No, get me your manager, by user Demented Alpaca. I was a witness to this, but it was absolutely brilliant. I'm remembering it so it's not verbatim, but whatever, I still want to use it on someone. At a Target a few years ago, this lady, call her Karen, is yelling at a girl wearing a blue-green polo and black pants, I think she was a server at a nearby restaurant, demanding the girl helps her. The girl keeps trying to say, "Ma'am, I don't work here, I don't know." Karen gets all pissy and starts bitching this girl out and finally says the dreaded words, "Get me your manager." The girl says, again, "I still don't work here." Karen has none of it, demands again, and the girl finally snaps and says, "I demand to see your manager." Let me tell you, this girl could out Karen the most Karen of Karens with her tone. Karen stops and says, "WH, what? You heard me. Get me your manager. Now. I won't be treated like this by someone like you. Manager. Now. Karen, I don't work here. That doesn't matter. Go get your manager. Go. Go. Go," and starts kind of barking at her and stepping forward with each bark. Karen does this weird stumble backwards, looking terrified, finally turns and waddles/runs/trots off. I'm not sure she wasn't actually running off to call her boss. All I can say is this girl perfectly turned the tables. And it was super effective. I just hope she never uses her Karen powers for evil. I was given an interesting warning one time during job training, by user Catboy in a maid outfit. I did some temp work for Best Buy a few years ago over the Christmas holidays, and the person training gave me my Best Buy shirt. The person who gave me the shirt warned me never wear this shirt to another business. I asked, is it because of company policy? That was part of it. But there's another reason to watch out for. If you wear something like this, no matter where you go, people are going to treat you like you are customer service in that place. Then he told me this bizarre story as an example. He wore the shirt one time when he stopped by Walmart on his way home from work. A lady grabbed him by the shirt sleeve and said, of course, she wanted to speak to the manager. He said he couldn't actually do that, he didn't work there. To which he said, the lady replied, I didn't ask you if you worked here, I said get me the fucking manager now. So he finds this salesperson and tells them about it, and the salesperson said, everyone knows she's there, no one wants to talk to her because she's obviously out of her goddamn mind. So all he could do was duck out of there. Warning, don't be a Target, or wear a Target staff shirt if you're anywhere else. What you need is on aisle 14, miss, by user Sharpwick. I just discovered this sub and have a good one of my own. A few years ago, I was working a job that required I dress smart. My outfit of choice was a white button shirt, clean pressed black trousers, and black shoes to match. Clean and simple. The type of outfit that could bend into most formal places. After work, I swung by my local supermarket to pick up some bits, when a Karen final boss approached me. Them, hey, where is XYZ? Me, I don't know. Them, URG, why not? You work here, right? Me, now realizing the opportunity I have before me, yes, I do. Them, get me your manager. Me, I am the manager. Them, get me your superior. Me, gets out my phone and pretends to make a call. Hi, I have a customer here who would like to speak to you. Could you meet us at aisle 8? You're busy? Okay, do you know where product ZYX is? Me, sorry for the hassle, miss. It's on aisle 14. Them, gives me a dirty look and walks off towards aisle 14 without a word. The truth? There is no aisle 14. The shop stops at 13. I gave her the biggest middle finger with the biggest grin on my face as I walked out of the shop, while she was complaining about me to an actual staff member. I look back on this day and smile. Not for 25 years, by user Shadow Masker. A lady approached me in the Lowe's home improvement store in SC. She asked me which switches she needed to buy to change her regular light switches to three-way switches. I was wearing a bright orange shirt with the logo for the company I work for currently and my company ID. I politely pointed out that I don't work for Lowe's and that I couldn't advise her about which switches to use anyway. I am a licensed electrician and electrical contractor, but I didn't want to get involved. She responded with, you sold us our ceiling fans. I was confused and had to think about it, but I probably had sold her and her husband ceiling fans 27 years ago when I worked at Lowe's in Virginia. I asked, and sure enough she said she was from the Norfolk area. Small world. I explained that I don't work there now and haven't for many years. I wasn't about to get involved in trying to explain what was involved with the switches. You don't know, by user space at a cheat code. Many years ago, I was at Grand Teton National Park. I was in one of the restaurants there, waiting in a crowd of a lot of other people. It was really busy. This middle-aged woman rushes up to me with garbage in her hands, like food wrappers of some kind I think, and says, "Excuse me. Where is the trash can?" She wasn't using a very polite tone and I probably looked pretty startled. I just looked around and said, "I don't know." She got very shocked and angry and said, "You don't know?" Like I was the biggest idiot in the world. I just said, "Maybe there's one in the bathroom." She kept staring at me, looking more and more angry. I was wearing brown pants, a green t-shirt that said Jekyll Island, GA, a baseball cap, and hiking boots. I guess if I'm being generous then my color scheme could maybe be interpreted as being close to that of a park employee, but, no. It really wasn't. I realized what was happening and said very loud and slowly, "I don't work here." She just walked away and didn't apologize or anything. I shook my head, baffled, and made eye contact with some other people who had WTF expressions that mirrored my own. It all happened very fast. The woman was like a Karen tornado and I feel bad for whatever employee she eventually did find.